According to Steam, I have over 1,200 plus hours in Marvel Rivals. I also have 100 plus hours on Spider Man, and I have been able to get him to champion status in the game. I have this much time and this much time on Spider Man. I have this much time of gameplay time and this much time on Spider Man because and I have this time without playing ranked at all. I have played ranked once or twice in season 5, and I think I played ranked in season 5 and I got the Gambit skin for getting to gold. Um but I genuinely just do not care about ranked enough to the point where I want to grind and try to get to platinum, grandmaster, diamond, one above all, whoever. I don't have the effort to do that, and I'm a champion Spidey, right? Which I wanted to get because that way people can know I have experience on this character, and I'm not just someone who has lord and has a few hours, like 20 hours into it, right? And Spider-Man is so like fun to play. He is arguably the funnest character to play in the entire game. And I just don't play quick play or ranked because of how toxic the community is. They literally the only thing the Rivals community cares about is meta and grinding their ranks, and they only care about ranks. They only care about what rank they are and what rank other people are, and they look up to other people that are higher ranked, and they do all this instead of actually enjoying the game, or at least that's what I think. I think that you're not truly enjoying a game if the only factor that you care about it is the competitive mode of the game. I know Rivals is a competitive game. I know that's what it's known for. And it is my first competitive game and first hero shooter that I have ever played. And I only started playing this strictly because of the Marvel IP and Spider Man. I would not have picked up this game for any other reason. That is literally the only reason, because I have been someone who likes the Marvel movies, right? I've been a Marvel fan. So it was just natural, and I have been someone who enjoys playing video games. So it was just natural for me to where it sounded fun, and I decided I want to play this game. And I had Lord on Spidey, and then they added the champion thing, and I was like, I need to get champion status. So I have like 90% of my time in practice versus AI. Yes, literally against bots. Because against bots, I can actually die a few times without someone flaming me or without someone throwing insults or whatever to me for playing bad. And I can just play chill. I can play chilly. I can play casually. I don't have to do, you know, I don't have to do anything or, whatnot. And it's more of a enjoyable experience for me than if I were to play ranked, because ranked is just so toxic. Sure, there's some of the moments, right, where that you might find some people that are nice and ask, hey, could you consider swapping off, or maybe swap off, you're not doing too well, right? Which is valid, but the thing that I struggle with is that most people in Rivals don't just say it that way. They flame you, and then they're like, why aren't you switching off the character? Or if you get diffed as a Spidey player, they're like, diffed, you suck, right? And they just continually throw insults, and I'm not someone who is willing to necessarily deal with that, and Spidey players have it way harder, because people automatically assume that, oh, this person's either throwing, or they're going to throw, or they're going to hard carry the lobby like an esports pro. And that's just not me. Like, I play games to have fun, right? And I feel like I can't have fun in those game modes in quick play and ranked. Quick play is better. It's not as toxic, but you could still meet some people that are pretty toxic in there. And I'm not for that. And so I wanted to put a bunch of time into this character because I found him fun, and this is my first game of this genre or this style. But it's I wish the community was less toxic, because I in a heartbeat I would play ranked and competitive and actually maybe try to get like skillful, even more skillful and better at the game if ranked wasn't as toxic. But because you have people in ranked that just like throw insults at you and constantly, whatever, like in Practice vs AI, I can die without anyone yelling in my ear telling me, "Hey, how did you die as a champion, Spidey?" Or, "Hey, can you do better? Can you switch to a Phoenix? Can you?" And I can just play how I want to play the game, and I don't have someone nagging at me in my ear, because there's a lot of people I've seen that they don't even calm. Their version of calms aren't calming. They're telling someone to switch off, throwing insults at them because they're playing a certain character, etc. You name it, right? And that's not a good environment, at least in my opinion, to be in. And that's why I don't play ranked. If I am going to play against humans, I probably will never, for as long as I play this game, probably will never play ranked, because it's just not fun. And that's how it is for me. And if you find ranked fun, then that's great. I'm glad you find it fun. But for me, ranked is so ridiculously unfun, because words are powerful, man. Like, people may not realize it, but someone that doesn't even respond, and you're telling them, for example, to switch off Spidey, but they don't talk with their mic, they don't use their mic, you could ruin that person's day and part of their life just for what you said. And, it's more than just like hurting their feelings, it's literally just so toxic. And it genuinely sucks that the community is this toxic, because Rivals would be so much more of a fun game, and people would actually, I think, have more fun if they didn't just care only about climbing the leaderboards and competitive and ranked. That is quite literally what 90% of the player base in Rivals is for, is literally competitive. And it's just not fun, because I don't. Sure, I'm fine having someone calm telling me, "Hey, can I do this to try to help us win?" Because I know other people do care about winning. And if I were to play ranked, I would try to help people, on my team that want to win. I would. And I would do my best. But my best may not be just getting 50 kills every match in competitive. And even with 1,200 plus hours on the game, you can still die like that, right? And Spidey players just have it hard. Like, I wish people would just be easier on Spidey players, because Spidey players have it so rough. Like, people get so mad at this character just for you deciding to play him. And it sucks, because I feel like most of the time people who are being that toxic and ranked and saying that, most of those people, and what's crazy is actually some of those people haven't ever even touched Spider-Man, and they're hating on someone else using the character. If that's not insane, I don't know what is. Genuinely. Like, how can you hate on a character in a video game that someone else is using when you haven't even experienced or learned anything of that character? Now, granted, there are some people, obviously, that, right, did learn the character and they didn't originally pick him up. But I just ranked as a toxic place. Quick match can be the same way. That's mainly why I don't play, because I want to play a Marvel game that I can goof around and goof off with. I can't really do that in ranked, so it can happen in quick match, and yeah, I could goof off and whatnot, but ranked is like never people goofing off and actually having fun on the game. And that's why I have 1,200 plus hours in the game, 109 hours on Spider-Man and Champion. And if you like this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribe.